This guy is one of my best buds. I've known him since I started doing comedy in LA. I'm so happy he's here. He's a writer for Playboy magazine. Please give it up for Kessler! Woo!
I don't know if I compete with that energy. Oh man, guys, I've been sad lately. Not to brag. I was recently broken up with by my girlfriend of 2.5 years. Yeah. When she broke up with me, she said this. She said, Evan, you're wonderful. And you're not going to die alone. But I'll show her. I will show her. Can't tell me what to do anymore. She gave me a reason for the breakup. She said, wanted to see what it would be like to date someone more masculine. I didn't need that, you know? She could have just said, I feel like this relationship has run its course, and then just like jaunted off and I would have been okay. Because listen, I already get emasculated enough by phone operators calling me ma'am. I don't know if any guy here has ever had that experience. Like you call to make a credit card payment and you're like, you just want to make the payment and they say, how can we help you today, ma'am? And most people just let that go and make the payment, you know? Like go on with the transaction, but not me. I like to say, I'm a sir. And then it doesn't register with them, and then you just keep calling me ma'am the whole time. And I sink lower and lower in my own self-esteem throughout the whole interaction until the phone gets hung up. I legitimately feel like at such a low point whenever that happens. Like not like just ate hot food from 7-Eleven low, but like pretty low. I feel like I've reached another low point recently. Recently bought a self-help book. You guys read self-help book? Like the first step of every self-help book is just not running into your ex while buying the self-help book. And we live like a mile within the same Barnes and Noble, so it was like a real possibility. Didn't happen though. Moved on to the second step, which is obviously just reading the book. All self-help books, they start out the same way. They're all like, hey, I was once like you. I had a dead-end job. I had no ambition. I was a loser. I was dating losers. And then I picked myself up by my bootstraps to write this self-help book. It's the answer to every self-help book. It's like, hey, maybe you should write a self-help book. Guys, there's a reason that the self-help industry is like the largest industry in like the books. It's the largest genre in the bookstore because they're just like, hey, it's your turn now. That's the only way you get yourself out of this. Like I was reading the book, and by chapter 2, I was like, yeah, I do need to turn my life around. I do need to get my shit together. And by chapter 12, I was like writing outlines and sending query letters to literary agents. I'm like, are you guys interested in a great new self-help idea? Obviously, I had to come up with a new self-help idea. So, like, are you guys ready for my self-help idea? Like, because in a year, I might not be at the show. You guys are gonna have to buy tickets to a seminar. And that's gonna be real expensive. So if you've got a pen, write it down. Here's the idea. It's called Masturbate Every Day, Just Not All Day. A lot of people never get to that second part. They're just like, why am I not being productive? That's why. Every self-help idea needs a mantra. So I've come up with a mantra. to make it even more successful. So here's my mantra for the self-help idea. It's just do one, then get stuff done. And if you still find yourself going like, maybe I can get another one in before I have to do stuff, remember this. Do it twice, pay the price. And then finally, if that hasn't stopped you, try to remember this. Do it 3 times. Is this really how I want to spend my free time? All right, guys, I've been Evan Kessler. Have a great night.
For Evan.